Not Joe Malinowski. Did I pronounce that correctly?
That is correct.
Joe is a master networker, and I'm, as you probably know from a few of the guests I've had before, I believe networking and building relationships is probably one of the best things you can do, not only in business, but in your personal life as well. Joe, it's good to have you on the show.
Pleasure to be here tonight.
That is a mighty good-looking haircut you got there, man.
The same to you. The same to you.
Now, first of all, you're only 23 years old, right?
That is correct.
And you've become very good at networking in a short amount of time. Tell us a little bit about how you got started into the networking concept.
Absolutely. Well, really what started was I got involved in my industry when I was just before I turned 21. And from there, I kind of went through my whole warm market within my first month in business, and 6 months went by, and there was no more sales or any real revenue to try to be made.
Right.
So a friend of mine kept coercing me to go to different events, and I finally went to one at a Perkins up in Carrollwood, and I went to that one, found out other ones from there. So began networking in March of '06, and just continued to build up the different network of people that I had, going through trainings, reading books like Black Book of Connections by Gittimer, and any type of networking book that I could possibly read. And another 6 months went by, and really just was going and sitting down with people like this, only doing sales pitches, and then quickly found out that was completely worthless. So, I mean, being 21 when I was doing that, I just had to figure out a way to provide value to the people that I was encountering. And I slowly realized that the people I was meeting were trying to meet the other people that I'd already sat down with.
So it's everybody just trying to give out cards to each other, and nobody's really getting anywhere with...
Oh, no, the networking was great. But, I mean, if I went to an event in Carrollwood and then I went to an event in St. Pete,
right,
they might be trying to meet people from the different industries, and there I know I had the contacts. I was like, well, great, I have a guy up here. Just give him a call. I'll give him a call, let him know you're going to be in touch. So I started just making people, creating the connections then.
Creating the connections. So instead of you just trying to get in front of people and pitch them your product, you're actually finding something that they want, giving them a value.
Absolutely, and that's really what the whole focus became to me is, okay, how much value can I be able to provide in the marketplace so I could be seen as a valuable person, and business will grow in no time. I was aware of that right off top. So
I guess it goes back to when you help somebody out, when you give them what they want, then they feel an urge to reciprocate in some way, don't they?
And I almost don't even want to, I mean, without a doubt, yes, but I didn't want to relate that to myself. I was like, okay, if somebody...
You just want to do it? Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like if it comes back from them, great. I know it's going to come back from someplace inevitably in the long term. So it was just, how many people can I get connected as quick as possible? So I was doing between 7 and 15 events a week.
Wow.
Just out there, man. So it was a lot of fun.
Now, how do you do 7 to 15 events a week and not burn out from it? That'll be my first question in this art.
I'm 23. I got no real responsibilities, no wife, kids, anything like that. So I mean, I pretty much always have one every morning. 8:30 is usually when they'll start. Sometimes 7:30. So go to that one. Try to hit a lunch one if there's one available. Have meetings in between the breakfast and lunch one, and then in the afternoon maybe there's a nighttime mixer going on. Right. So maybe 3 a day. I've definitely cut it down now because I've got a lot more projects.
You've got a lot more projects, so you've actually got a lot more work. That's
absolutely. And I still definitely am going to different events as much as possible. Whenever there's something that I can get out to, I can't wait to get there. I'd rather schedule my meetings around the networking than my networking around my meetings with people, because without going to the networking events, I feel like I'm losing value for myself to not connect as many people.
So you work everything else around your networking.
Absolutely.
Now, I've been to a few networking events, and there's ones that I find really beneficial, and there's others where people are just giving out cards, and it doesn't seem like anybody actually listens to anybody else. They're just waiting to speak so they can give their little elevator pitch.
Absolutely.
How do you get around that kind of thing?
That's why you go to 7 to 15 of them a week. You differentiate. I mean, a lot of them I'd go to and just trying to find which one I'd really enjoy going to, because without a doubt, you go into the card passing ones, and then next thing you know, you've got 500 business cards of people you've met one time.
Don't know who they are.
Yeah.
And you open your email box, and now you have 500 spams from them.
It was great meeting you. If I can service you in any way, please let me know. It's like great, man. I I appreciate the contact, but if you don't want to sit down and learn about each other's business, there's no real point in even
continuing the conversation. Huh?
Absolutely. I mean, a lot of times people, especially when they'll call you up, hey, Scott, I just want to see if we can sit down. I'd like to tell you more about my business. Right. Immediately, I'm like, I'll sit down with them now because I'll be like, I want to try to educate them on maybe more effective ways of networking because they might be new in business. So I'll take the time maybe on the phone or be like, I'll sit down with you about 15, 20 minutes. But other than that, I have to get some other appointments out of the way. So
you're looking at, do you pretty much show them, I'll sit down with you, but I'm going to tell you, maybe you should do it like this instead of.
I try to make it as kind of subtle as possible. Right. I mean, I get a lot of different. Not
insult them too much outright.
Yeah, I'd be like, I can appreciate that you want to sit down. I'd love to sit down with you, but I just want to see. I don't know about. I mean, I'm happy to learn about your business, but I have a few other ideas for you. And then kind of lowers the guard a little bit. So.
All right, now you say there's a bit of a learning curve to all this. How would you say you differentiate yourself now from when you were 21?
Boy, oh boy. I mean, that's just a huge personal development curve right there. I mean, I've just been in different industry for the last 3 years, like I said, and just reading all the different books that I can, attending as many seminars as possible, and any educational forum that I can go to, I am just there because I just always valued becoming the best Joe that I could possibly be. Right. So continuously building my value. So I mean, I'd love to do speaking engagements in the future when I get into my later 20s and 30s to educate the younger individuals. I did some motivational speaking at high schools just to try to give them information that I wish I had. Right. So just running along as much as possible.
All right. Now you connect people from different industries. Tell me a little bit about some of the people that you've connected together and what kind of relationships that's created.
Oh, absolutely. It's really the different BNI groups. I'm not personally affiliated with any one of them, but they have the different trainings to where you have your little book of your power team. So I pretty much developed my own power team, and I consistently am building on that. But when I go to sit down with the business owner, whether we're there to do a presentation or not, or whatever the case may be, and I'm there to learn how I could be a benefit to them, I'll have maybe 5 or 6 questions kind of related to other industries. Like, I have a good friend in telecom who saves all my clients a bunch of money. So I'll just be like, what company do you use your phone service with? Be like, well, do me a favor, print out your phone bill. I'll bring it to my buddy. I guarantee he'll save you some money. Just knowing the different questions to ask for the different industries. So you're able. It's more of a warm lead. Networking more proactively instead of reactively. I mean, unless I'm waiting for you to complain about your phone bill, for instance, you're never going to think about it. So looking for the referrals for others.
And if you're looking for a referral for other, you saying, look, I'm going to take this to my buddy, is I suppose it's a lot more warm and genuine than, I can do this for you.
Exactly.
Third party. They're automatically standoffish in that situation. Go ahead.
Just to make it a third party referral. I mean, there's lots of different companies and everybody's always trying to pay you referral fees, and it's wonderful, but then you kind of feel like you're being pitched by that person. So it's like, listen, let me get you in touch with them. A good friend of mine, they'll do a great job for you. I'll get you guys in touch. I'll shoot you both an email and go from there.
All right. Now, let's talk about a little bit about your business.